Admiral Zexthon had conquered 17 star systems before encountering the humans. His Corvani fleet had swept through civilizations like cosmic wildfire, each victory adding another trophy to his collection. The galaxy knew the Corvani as masters of warfare. Their 4 arms wielded weapons with deadly precision. Their chitinous armor could deflect most energy blasts, and their tactical minds had been honed through millennia of conquest. When the first human transmission reached his flagship, Zexthon barely contained his amusement. The bipedal creatures looked fragile, their pink skin exposed and vulnerable. They spoke of diplomatic solutions and peaceful coexistence in voices that carried no threat whatsoever. Admiral, his second-in-command, Captain Vextar, clicked his mandibles dismissively. Their vessels are primitive, metal hulks held together with electromagnetic fields and chemical propulsion. Should we even bother with surrender demands? Zexthon studied the tactical display. 12 human ships faced his fleet of 63 Corvani dreadnoughts. Honor the old ways, Captain. We offer surrender once. The response came within minutes. A single human, wearing what appeared to be casual clothing, appeared on their communication screen. He had graying hair and tired eyes, but when he spoke, something in his tone made Zexthon's primary arms twitch involuntarily. I'm General Marcus Chen, Earth Defense Force. Admiral, you seem to misunderstand something fundamental about humans. The man paused, and the faintest smile crossed his weathered face. You think war is about conquest. We learned long ago that war is about survival, and when it comes to survival, we don't just fight, we innovate. The transmission ended. Zexthon had seen bravado before. Every species exhibited false courage before their inevitable defeat. He ordered the attack. The first wave of Corvani fighters launched toward the human formation, their plasma cannons charging for the killing blow. That's when the humans did something unprecedented. They scattered like seeds on solar wind, each ship moving in seemingly random directions. Cowards, Vextar spat. They flee before we even... The explosion vaporized 3 Corvani destroyers. Instantly, then another and another. Report, Zexthon roared. Unknown weapons, Admiral. The humans. They're not running. They're maneuvering. Each ship is targeting our vessels from impossible angles, using gravitational assist from debris, and... Another explosion rocked the fleet. On the tactical display, Zexthon watched in growing amazement as human ships performed maneuvers that should have been mathematically impossible. They used their own destroyed vessels as shields, bounced projectiles off asteroid fragments, and somehow calculated trajectories that curved around space-time itself. Admiral, his tactical officer's voice cracked with disbelief. They're not just shooting at us, they're orchestrating this. Every move, every shot. It's like they're conducting a symphony of destruction. That's when Zexthon realized the truth that would haunt him forever. The humans weren't just fighting. They were creating art from violence itself. The human ships moved with fluid grace, each vessel part of a larger pattern that emerged and shifted like a living painting. When Corvani fighters closed in, human ships would position themselves so that their pursuers' own weapons fire would strike their allies. When the Corvani tried to box them in, the humans turned the trap into a geometric masterpiece that left enemy ships destroyed by their own formations. They're using our tactics against us, Vextar whispered. How do they know our movements? Before we make them? But Zexthon understood now. It wasn't prediction, it was inspiration. Humans had turned war into something beyond mere strategy. They had made it poetry. A new transmission arrived. General Chen appeared again, this time aboard what looked like a command vessel spiraling through the chaos with impossible elegance. You see, Admiral, you've been waging war for conquest, which makes you predictable. We've been waging war for art, which makes us unpredictable. Every battle we fight, we learn something new about the aesthetics of violence. We find beauty in the terrible mathematics of survival. As Chen spoke, his ship performed a maneuver that should have torn it apart, rolling along 3 axes while firing precisely timed shots that created a cascading chain reaction through the Corvani formation. It was devastating, it was horrifying, it was beautiful. Your species fights to win, Chen continued, his voice steady as destruction blossomed around him. We fight to create something that has never existed before. Every engagement is a canvas. Every tactic is a brushstroke. Every victory is a masterpiece that will be studied and improved upon by the next generation of human warriors. The battle was over in 47 minutes. Of 63 Corvani ships, only Zexthon's flagship remained, deliberately spared. As the human vessels formed a final formation around his crippled dreadnought, a formation that resembled a flower blooming in the void, the admiral understood why. They hadn't just defeated him. They had made their victory into art, and his survival was part of the composition. He was meant to return home and tell others what he had witnessed. General Chen, Zexthon transmitted, his voice hollow with awe and defeat. What do you call this? This way of warfare? The human's tired eyes held depths that Zexthon was only beginning to comprehend. We call it Tuesday, Admiral. Just another Tuesday. As the human fleet departed, leaving perfect geometric patterns in the debris field, Zexthon realized that the galaxy's understanding of war had just been revolutionized. The humans hadn't simply fought, they had transformed combat itself into something transcendent. The Corvani would never attack another human world, not because they couldn't win, but because they finally understood what they would be fighting against. Artists,